True story.
Oh. Wow. Did y'all hear that?
No
No.
iPhone.
Kid Natrix is aggravated tonight. She just banged her head into the door like a few times.
Oh.
She's trying to get in here. I don't know what's going on up here. All right, people.
Misses you.
She's going to miss me from on the other side of that door.
All right, people. I about started singing again. I'm done. I'm not singing.
I know you did. Go ahead and announce his show business. That's what you do.
I can do that. That don't require singing because I can't carry tune in a bucket. Wish I could though. Right on. It is October 2nd, 2014. That's right. I have been very busy today. I've been accomplishing shit. Hopefully it'll pan out. Yay. It is time for our Rough Around Ready show. It is Thursday, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who didn't know. And on Thursdays, we do tend to get a little rowdy up in this business. Yeah. Or I should say rowdier, because we're usually... What?
Do we have a link for the YouTube? For the YouTube?
That is our new thing.
Don't make me get ratchet up in here. Okay.
Play.
I will get ratchet up in here. I am so mad. I'm going to walk around this building twice.
I'm going to kick this tree twice.
Okay.
You better be glad I'm pregnant with, who was it?
No, I'm pregnant by.
Baby.
You better be glad I'm pregnant by Roberto's baby.
By Roberto's baby.
Okay.
That guy is so hot, man.
Oh, that boy. I could climb him like a tree.
Teach him a few new things, that's sure.
Josh Leva, you better hide if we ever find you.
Yes. Boy, I can teach you a few things. Let me teach you.
Show you a few things.
I can show you a few things. All right. Anyway, I'm Snow White. It's a little hot up in here.
Yay!
Yeah. A little hot. You know, and I sent out a tweet that said Corey was heated, but it turns out I'm the one that's heated. Go figure. And then that's Corey over there. She's the boss lady of us. She tries to keep us in line, but it don't work. Don't work. And of course, we have our redheaded stepchild, who really isn't a redheaded stepchild because we actually love her. This is Ginger Rocks.
Yay!
Yes. Actually, she's pink-haired right now. You're pink-haired now?
Oh, slightly pink-haired. It's got the whole what do you call that? Ombre. There we go. Ombre.
Oh yes.
Ombre.
You know I love me some ombre.
I like that.
I like it. I watch too much Project Runway.
You do. I played too much of that damn Kim Kardashian.
It was actually very easy to do, but I was only doing one color. I've been watching these YouTube videos of the girls who are doing like 4 or 5 colors. Like, can I do that? I don't think I have the patience to do that.
I don't have that much patience, no.
And not the patience. I just, me and ombre. I told you I accidentally ombre years ago. That whole bleach blonde thing. Yeah, I had a Storm going into a Pamela Anderson going into a something. Yeah, we don't want to ombre Corey's hair at all. We don't want to do that. Oh man, we got lots to talk about. It's some delicious.
So much to talk about.
Delicious. Delectable, delightful, juicy things to tell y'all about that happened this week.
Okay, so,
who's going
never
first?
mind, I forgot. I'm going to go first.
Why you get to go first?
I'm going to go first because I'm going to talk about something that Corey cannot talk about.
Yeah, I can't.
All right. Apparently, Apple, I love Apple, by the way. I just got my iPhone 6. It is so pretty.
And she don't put it in her pocket, bitches. Okay.
No, and I'm not going to put this bitch in my pocket because I am aware that this thing is thin and it's going to bend. Come on, stupid people. Don't put shit in your pocket that's thin like that. But anyway. So apparently Apple has appointed an interim head of public relations. Apparently Miss Katie Cotton is out the door and Mr. Steve Dowling is in the door. The iPhone creator Apple has confirmed the move. But no comment on the decision actually was given. Dowling, who has been with Apple since 2003,
I'm kind of curious what happened. I mean,
I would like to know as well. But apparently, Miss
did she get caught, borking the paper boy, or
Ooh, the mailroom boy. They had a little pork fork going on.
The mailroom boy. That's what I meant.
Do they even have
Doctor.
mailroom boys anymore since email has become so prevalent? Do we
I
even
think
have
they do
them?
because you still have packages coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, packages.
And who's gonna go get your coffee? You gotta have the mailroom boys.
Packages. Whew.
Packages. Yeah.
I haven't had a good package in a long time. Okay. Um. Anyway, so Miss
I
Cotton
like
retired from her
big
role.
packages. Oh,
Hmm.
sorry.
I don't like them that big because that's scary. But anyway, Miss Cotton retired from her role as head of PR in May. She was with the company for 18 years. All
Mm-mm-mm.
right.
18 years. No, see, that's too long to be
Yeah.
at the company. I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
I don't think so. I don't. I would like to find a job that I enjoy long enough to be there that long. I really, really would. I don't like hopping around jobs a lot. Um,
no, see, I
I
was
would like
born
to
in the
find one
wrong
like that.
generation. I am totally got the whole millennium thing going on, or millennial thing going on with that train of thought. You know,
Mm-mm.
2, 3 years there, and then I'm bored. I gotta go because you people are pissing me off.
Well, I think it has more to do with what type of job you have. The type of job that I want, aka a teacher, yeah, I'd want to be with one school for a long time just
I
so
can
I can
see
see
that.
my
Okay.
kids graduate and they can come back and visit, something like that. Because it's more of a community thing. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
would I would want to be a teacher for a while just for the community. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, I could see
Yeah.
that. I could see that. No, any job that I'd get into would probably be in a cubicle or an office or something like that. And no, 2, 3 years in a cooped up space with you fuckers? No, I gotta go. Uh, either I gotta go or somebody's gonna get shot. So I
Oh,
gotta go.
wow.
She's gonna go postal up in here. Yeah, I went old school on that one.
Oh God, no! I mean, even when I worked, regular jobs way back in the day. No, 3 years that was like max, and I was out. I was like, no, I gotta go. I gotta
That's
go.
why I tempt for many years. And I say this all the time on the show. I highly recommend it. If you are young and you have no little people to be responsible for, temping is the way to go. If you,
Hmm.
especially if you haven't found your career field yet, temp means when you are hungover Monday morning, that nobody's mad at you when you say I'm not going to work, because the temp
Yep.
agency will call and say, can you come do such and such, and you say no, and then nobody's angry. Nobody, no boss is calling you saying, hey, you've been absent 4 or 5 times. Nobody cares. You just get to go back to sleep. Not that I was ever hungover.
I was. I was.
No, there was
Yeah.
lots of times when I came in. Oh, good God, because I'd work like on the weekends. I would totally volunteer for the stock hours where I could be in there by myself, just stocking the shelves.
I love
Because
that shit. I love that
if you're
shit.
hungover, you're tired, you're worn out from
Yeah.
partying. That's the best hours because ain't nobody gonna fuck with you. Everybody's gonna leave you alone because you're the stock person, and nobody ever will talk to the stock people ever.
Yep.
So
When I worked for Kroger as a nutrition lead, I had to do overnight shifts where I'd like put the damn tags on the shelves and I have to stock shit. I loved it because there was nobody there to bother me but me. My bosses weren't there. Hardly any customers up in the store. I have my iPod on, my headphones in, and I'm rocking out as I'm doing work. Loved it.
I would
That was my
still be in
favorite
the
time.
clothes that I partied in the night before, stocking
Yep.
those shelves.
Now, see, I have done that. I have gone to work in the makeup and the wig and the dress and the heels. They're like, why are you
Hmm.
so dressed up? Don't talk to me.
Mhm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm not
No.
hangover. Y'all know I can't. Physiologically impossible for me to
Yeah.
get drunk. But yes, I was. I
So
could say I had
Corey,
dance drunkenness because I would.
Corey does
I'm one
not
of those
get
people.
drunk, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen. She
no,
gets mad.
I get mad. So I don't drink, but I do have what I call dance hangover because I'm the
Hmm.
person that I dance the whole 8 hours. I'm at the club, and yes, I'm
Yes.
in there for 8 hours. I do not sit down. I don't take a water break. I don't got to go to the bathroom. I'm just on the floor, just all over people. Just, hey, what's your name? Yeah. So, but the next day, yeah, I do have a little pain, but I will show up. You should show up to
I'm
work.
so sorry. You talk like that. You start saying things like that, and all I see is you like a little chipmunk hopping around the floor, dancing
That's
with
pretty
folks
much
all
it. A
over.
sexy chipmunk.
So much
Sexy
energy,
chipmunk.
wearing everybody out.
We're not
No,
gonna.
she does that at dance clubs, and I'm the one giving people the stink eye, like you better back the fuck up. Because
See,
these
she didn't
like
even
That's
get
really
to
all
see
I
me
creepy
during
see.
my
looking
heavy days.
guys.
Yeah,
What?
you didn't get to see me in my bad days. Like the time I what did I wear to the club? It was a kilt and I had a matching bra. That's all I
Oh
wore to the club.
shit.
Work.
Hotness.
See, yeah. And I'm all about telling y'all if you're young, go have your fun. Just
Don't be
don't
stupid.
drink. Don't be stupid. If you are one of those people that you love your party, that's fine, and you need a job, temp. Not with one agency. You need to be with six
And
because
ladies and gentlemen, if you're gonna be a whore, be a smart whore.
True
Okay?
story.
I am all for people exploring sexually if that's what makes you happy, but please for the love of all that's holy, use protection. Okay? And
That's
remember that condoms, even if you use protection, this is kind of a little PSA for everyone listening, condoms do not protect 100% against 100% of STDs. Keep that in mind. There are still STDs that you can get even if you use a condom.
Backwater little town.
No. I don't care, dude. And even most of the time, backwater little towns are the worst because everybody's like, oh, that's not going to happen
Story,
here.
man. There was always, man.
Mm-hmm.
Billy had sex with Jane, who had sex with Billy's brother, who had sex with Jane's best friend's cousins.
And then Billy's brother
Right
had
after I
sex with
graduated,
Jane's brother.
it was all the oral STDs going around, and everybody was
Yes.
like, but I didn't have sex. I just blew them.
What?
I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter. Viruses are not going to be like, oh. Viruses aren't going to be like, oh, that's just your mouth? All right, never mind then. I'm going to stay here. No.
Yes.
All right, it'd be time to get back to the gaming news. Enough
All
PSAs.
right. Can I
Are
jump
you
in?
next?
Drew Carey, I love you.
I love Drew Carey. Go ahead.
You
All
got
right, so
something to
I
show?
thought this-
Go ahead and show it. Throw it up. Remember, you
Yes.
forgot what we were. Throw it up.
Oh, that's right. I can share my screen.
Show your screen, girl.
Show your screen, girl.
Let me get my screen situated. There we go. Okay. This one? This is one I want to share.
Let's do this one.
Are you sure?
Drew Carey apparently plays Second Life.
We should
Tell
not.
me
Come
that was
on.
amazing. So, New World Notes is a cool little metaverse blog, and he is apparently a follower of Drew Carey, and he pulled up some of Drew Carey's tweets where he's talking about if anyone knows Nylon Pinkney in Second Life, tell her that she has a huge fan, and please make more men's clothing. Yes, that's right. He is out there shopping in our virtual world, possibly right now.
Oh my God, that's exciting.
I know, right? Because I'm all like, ooh, who else is famous inside Second Life? Oh my
If
god!
they tell me the Rock's in there, then yeah, I'm gonna have to find him.
Yeah, and,
Dude,
and he
yes.
also tweeted out, also looking for the music stream that Nylon Pinkney uses at Tableau in Second Life. Love it, thanks. Hashtag Second Life. Oh my god, he plays Second Life.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That is so cool.
Well, we keep telling you there's people in there. You just got to be careful who you're talking to.
Drew
Really got to be
Carey.
careful.
I'm going to start
Carey
asking
is the-
everybody,
is the
are you
kind
Drew
of guy-
Carey? Are you Drew Carey? Are you
Yeah.
Drew Carey?
Are you Drew Carey? Are you Drew Carey? Just send random people tells. Are you Drew Carey?
You know what's funny?
Story.
Drew Carey probably has like an old avatar. He's somebody we've been snubbing. I'm not talking to you.
No way. No. If he's shopping at Tableau, he is not.
If he's shopping at a store like that, he's gotta be hooked up.
He
Yeah,
still would
this
be
was
somebody
August
we've
20th.
snubbed.
So this was just, what, a month and a half ago that he was tweeting this? So
Ginger. Oh my God.
what?
I have an idea. Fucking tweet him and tell him that we want to interview him in Second Life.
Oh
No, he's not
my
going to go
God.
for that. He's not going to go
And
for
if he, I don't care, do it anyway. Maybe he will. And if he needs a makeover, we'll give him one.
And for those people wondering, Tableau, here we go. Tableau.
that. Tableau,
She
you're driving me
makes hair.
crazy. Tableau.
Tableau?
That's right.
Tableau Vivant. She makes all kinds of beautiful stuff. Look
Ooh,
at
I do like that.
I don't.
I like, well, it's not the hair, it's the clothes.
Such,
the hair.
Such prettiness.
Oh, is
hair.
that the hair?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't really like the hair then. No, sorry.
Jewelry, extras.
I was looking at the clothes.
Man, I haven't shopped there in a while, and I'm going to go there because Drew Carey shops there.
Oh my God. I can't wait for her to put a sign of Drew Carey shops here, and then that's what she should put up.
Seriously,
Yes,
I'm
she should
going
put up in her
to
shop.
start catering around Second Life. Are you Drew Carey?
I'm gonna start telling people I'm Drew Carey, just because.
Just to fuck with people. I'm
Maybe,
Ginger.
maybe I'm gonna have to have a Drew Carey sell at the store to see if we can get Drew Carey there. Drew Carey, you don't even have to tell me that you came. You don't even have to tell me. But just,
He can't tell you that he came because you'd be all up in based on the transaction time and the amount of things that were bought.
Exactly. That's gotta be Drew Carey.
This
right there.
has to. I could see her with it. She's printed it out because we don't print out stuff. But this one time she would, and she's circling it all.
Yep.
Look,
All
look,
big.
look. You hear that? That's Ginger.
Yes.
Right here. That's Drew Carey.
it's gotta be him. It has to be him.
It has to be.
I'm serious, Ginger. What have we got to
Be your new best
lose?
friend, dude. It'd be amazing. I'm awesome, so it's all right.
Ginger, what have we got to lose? Fucking tweet him and tell him we would like to interview him in Second Life if he's up to it.
That would be.
And it's
you know what?
it's about fashion, and we can talk about Tableau if he wants. Tableau, whatever
He's
the hell
not
it is.
going to do that, guys.
I
Because
don't
that would
care.
mean we would get to see who he was, and so would other people. So I'm going to tell you that he's probably going to say no.
He can make another avatar, a newbie. The boy's rich. Come on. It takes what, 1,000 lindens to make a really hot avatar one time? Less than
I'm gonna,
that?
you know
You know
what?
what
We're
you're
gonna move away
doing?
from this topic because like I told you, I see this is not happening. I don't want us to get our hopes up. I don't want our peoples to get their hopes up. I don't think that's
I
gonna
know.
happen.
I just thought it'd be something funny. Okay, I'm gonna go next.
No, you're not, because I haven't gone. You better back up. Might I'm gonna go next.
Damn, she brought out the damn. You better back up. All right.
Why should just gonna roll up on me talking about I'm going next?
Why you always hitting me, Mama?
Stop it. You know that makes me laugh. You know that makes me laugh. That's not right. That is not right.
There we go. I tweeted him.
Yay!
I did say I want to interview him. We'll work towards that. If he replies, that'd be awesome.
She
Yeah,
wanted to
okay.
shop at her
I
store.
know he's not gonna do it. Guys listening, obviously he's not gonna do it, but do it anyway. It's fun. Why the hell not? Go ahead. All right.
Okay, can we get back to you? Can we get back to this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to send a congratulations out to the guys at State of Decay because they have done something amazing. They managed to sell 2 million copies of their game. Am I showing my screen?
Nice.
Anybody see my screen?
Yes, you are. Yes,
Okay.
you are.
Okay, so 2 million or they sold 2 million in sales? Yeah. No, 2 million. I'm getting to it. Okay, so the name of the company that makes State of Decay is Undead Labs. So yes, it is 2 million copies of their game on Steam and Xbox Live Arcade. If you guys remember, this was one I was really excited about playing, but it was supposed to come out only on Ouya. And I was so upset. I almost bought a Ouya a couple weeks ago because I was like, I really need to play State of Decay. Until I saw them at PAX and stopped to talk to them, and they said, well, we're on XBLA now, and we're on Steam. And I said, oh, well, I may have to pick you up. And it has been on sale. And yes, I will do Steam sales tonight, you who keeps bitching at me. Yes, there will be Steam sales. Stop it. So they've sold 2 million copies between Xbox Live and Steam. See, here we go. Yes, there will be Steam sales. No, that's Ginger that time. Oh, no,
That
there's
was
somebody
me.
else, too. There's somebody else. There's a message hiding down there. Okay, yes, Steam sales will be done. You're welcome. Okay, so the community manager over there is Sanya Weathers, and I didn't say it wrong. It is Sanya. They said that they have no words to tell you how much it means to them. No marketing. They've done no marketing, no advertising, just us playing and streaming and spreading the word. And they said that we made it happen, and they would love to, if they could individually thank each person that hit the download button. They said your enthusiasm and support have been everything. Okay, the game hit 550,000 sales in June of 2013, and by October of last year, they had sold 1 million copies. January of this year, they signed a year with Microsoft, a multi-year, multi-title agreement to extend the development relationship. Those of you who have never played State of Decay, basically it is one of the first games to come out survival genre, which I love. If you're going to give me a zombie game, it's got to be fun. I love Left 4 Dead, but I also wanted something that involved crafting. Yeah, it involved some crafting and having to deal with the survivors and, eating and having to keep up with just about everything you would in a real zombie apocalypse. Like we're about to have to do in a few weeks with all this Ebola stuff. So I wanted to it's bad. I should not have said that. Neither one of y'all have Ebola, right? So anyway, so this is so that's what the game is about.
Ginger does. I think Ginger does.
Ginger might have it. But this, as you're watching.
What, the Ebola? Yeah, I probably got it.
She probably got it. So you go in and this is what you do, and then you still have your fighting and killing zombies, but it has a nice story element and building. If you see there, the girl is making a tent, and cars are on fire, things are exploding. A whole lot of fun. I have seen it on sale on Steam, but I have yet to pick it up because I keep buying games on Steam. It's almost a compulsion. I see it and it says $2, and I'm like, I want it. And some of the games are not good. I got to stop doing that. But yeah, if you have not played it, I got to take a look at it at PAX, and I've been watching it for the longest time. Undead Labs. I call them studios. Undead Labs, I'm sorry. Wonderful game if you are not afraid of zombies. So Snow will not be playing. Do not look for that.
Nope.
But Ginger and I may play as soon as I get done with my Lego Harry Potter.
That is a beautiful game.
Lord.
It is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous and a lot
look
of
at
fun.
the fire!
Yeah.
Fire!
That's amazing.
It
Oh,
is
oh my
just
god,
gorgeous.
that zombie totally just went squish underneath that.
See?
That's like running over Rotten Tomato, and it just went squished everywhere.
That is good
It
fun
is.
right there. That is good fun. So if you
Yeah.
have not played, go ahead and help them out. They're a small little indie developer. I know they're on Xbox Live now, so you may think they're not indie, but I love to give support. Beautiful, beautiful done game. Perfect perfect. Especially it's about to get cold, and you need to prepare because the Ebola zombies are coming.
Mm.
Bitches.
They're already in Texas. That's right.
Y'all
Hate
thought
to
that The
tell
Walking Dead was going to start in Atlanta. Surprise! It's Texas.
you.
True story, and I have it here. I have it.
She's got it. Everybody stay away from Ginger.
Don't rub up against her.
All right, my turn. My turn.
All right. Do you have a screen to share with the lovely
I
people?
do, actually.
Do you
So
have
what I'm going to show is this
book.
thing going around. It actually started in August, and we haven't
Breast.
really reported on it because it hasn't been that big of a deal. But
Breasts. Boobs? No?
oops, no, not boobs.
Uh-oh, Ginger's about to yell out penis. I feel it coming.
Cock!
Oh, well, that works too. That works too. So there's this thing going around on Twitter, hashtag Gamergate, or for those of us old-timies, how about £, or even the number sign. Okay.
Ooh, she said the number sign.
I went old school. So there's this thing going around, hashtag whatever, Gamergate. Now, I actually had to look this up, and I wanted to see exactly what Gamergate entailed. And apparently, it's talking about misogyny and sexism in games. Okay?
That never happens.
Right? Never happens. And,
Not at all. Ever. No.
there was a case where, I forgot her name, sorry, lady, I forgot your name, but a woman the allegations were brought up by her ex-boyfriend online and spread like wildfire through the internet. That she was doing all of these immoral things and unethical
Quinn
things.
is her name.
What?
I think. Wait a minute. No, I'm throwing out a wrong name. Go ahead.
Okay. That there were all these allegations from her ex-boyfriend about her doing unethical things, immoral things, whatever. And it was unprofessional, and she was starting to suffer, and people were attacking her without proof, without unrefutable proof other than the ramblings of her ex-boyfriend. Okay? I know, right? The internet going wild about something that's not proven. Who'd have thunk it? Right? But so it turns out the allegations were false. Big fucking surprise. But that didn't.
You telling me people lie on the internet? No.
I know. It's a shocker.
I'm sorry. Her name is Anita. It took me a minute. Sarkeesian.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know it's a shocker that people on the internet would lie about anything, but apparently this guy did. And now there's this big whole hullabaloo going on, and you can see, all I did was look up hashtag Gamergate on Twitter, and there's all of these argumentative tweets going out, and people are, condemning other people for being, misogynist or sexist, or game companies for being the same thing, and there's just mud being slung everywhere. And honestly, there's no need for this. There's really not. Guys, yes, we are aware there is misogyny and sexism in games, but trying to troll people, trying to throw people under the bus, that's not going to fix anything. The way to fix things is to just fix the fucking games, to stop doing this in the games. That's all it is. You don't need to call people names. There have been death threats over this shit. Like, I just saw one.
I always find that hilarious when people threaten me. I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to kick your ass. You go right on ahead, bitch, because I'm pretty sure my gun's bigger than yours, so bring it.
Well, I read one tweet from way down. I just refreshed the page a couple times. But it said something like, and this actually started out and said, I didn't say so-and-so was on Gamergate, you dumb bleep, and I hope you bleep and bleep. Well, I guess I can say it because we're nighttime. Can I say it on YouTube? Is that good?
Well, they'll tell us if they don't like it.
Somebody's a cunt.
Okay, I'm going to say it anyway.
There.
So basically she said, I didn't say that so-and-so was Gamergate, you dumb fucking cunt. I hope you fucking die. And that was basically the gist of what she said. And all of this over an argument on the internet.
Well, when I die, I'm suing you because you told me to go and die.
Well, the thing is, all these women who are trying to, quote, take up for women in games by slinging mud and telling people to die and calling people all sorts of horrible names, you are not helping our cause at all. At all.
At all.
Well, even further, this is, and I know everybody is shocked that we are not too involved in this because I've already seen all that. This is not the first time this has happened. It's probably more visual because of Twitter and Facebook because there's some central place, but this is not the first time this has happened.
No.
But Intel getting in on the action pulled their ads from Gamma Sutra in response to Gamersgate. Intel spokesperson Bill Calder, according to our friends at Games Industry Bids, confirmed to website Recode that they have pulled their ads. He says, we take feedback from our customers very seriously as it relates to contextually relevant content and placements. I love when they do the double talk. Intel was apparently flooded with complaints from Gamergate supporters who do not like the tone of the editor-at-large Lee Alexander's article entitled "Gamers Don't Have to Be Your Audience. Gamers Are Over." In the op-ed, Alexander pushes for equality in video games and protests that the often sexist culture that has permeated the gamer culture for the last couple of decades. She urges game developers to rebuff that culture and create a new one that's inclusive of players of all types, genders, races, and sexual orientations. She says, we are refusing to let anyone feel prohibited from participating. Is what she wrote. People who self-identify as gamers felt as though Alexander was writing about the death of gaming and rallied against her views, ultimately causing Intel to be concerned and remove its ads. And the Gamersgate hashtag started when actor Adam Baldwin was badgering independent Yes, I said Adam Baldwin, actor. It was badgering independent developer Zoe Quinn, and that has unfortunately been closely associated with the harassment of women online. Some online have viewed the Intel decision as a victory and urged people via Reddit to continue sending emails voicing displeasure with any sites that are attacking gamers. I'm not sure what she said is attacking. And if you... I can't necessarily be mad at her article.
No,
Now,
not at all. I mean,
I'm not mad at her article because it was her opinion, okay? And I may not agree with everything that was said in the article, but it wasn't like she was calling people names and telling people to fucking die and things like that. If you can come to me and state an opinion in a professional manner, in an articulate and intellectual manner, I'm more likely to listen to you and not want to bash your fucking face in. But if you come to me slinging insults and talking like you're from the ghetto and try to pass that
the
off as being
ghetto.
professional, then that's when I'm going to be like, look, I can't listen to a word you're saying because, number one, you're ignorant, and I cannot deal with ignorance. I can't. Stupidity is one thing, ignorance is a whole other thing.
Her article, ironically enough, is still is preaching that we need to be a little bit more tolerant of each other, stop, creating problems. I think what pissed people off is that she was saying that, the gaming is changing. It's not what it used to be. So maybe we all need to stop, being so bitchy and uninclusive to people. I understand what she's saying. And as Snow says, it's an opinion. Intel, let me give you an opinion. I fucking hate your chips. That's why there's an AMD in my computer. Anyway, so I don't give a fuck if you put your ad space, whatever. Your shit catches on fire. It has always, and you
catches on fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'm never gonna forget that. Anybody out there that's been around here a while, remember when you used to put the Intel chips in your computer and they would catch fire?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that because that happened to me. I smelled smoke and I was like, "What just happened?"
Yeah, never ever again. I don't care what you fix and what you say how awesome you are. The risk of me losing my shit is not worth it. But
beyond
go ahead.
The risk of their stuff, they're just too fucking expensive. I'm sorry. I mean, hell, I went and bought the 8-core AMD, and I paid like a quarter of what it would have cost to go for Intel with that. So
bingo. Bingo. That's why we don't have any. There's never been an Intel chip in anything in my house. Unless it was just I had no choice. It came with the computer. This whole Gamersgate thing is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You people need to stop threatening each other. What is the point? And this is where I am literally looking at our police department and saying, we need you guys. You need to have a special division that handles the internet. I keep saying this over and over. The internet is the wild, wild west right now, and you don't know who's serious about it. And because you don't know, this is the people that you need to be coming down hard on.
Yep.
Now I know you guys are mad at this person and this one's getting shot and this one's getting shot going out of the car. This one's and it's a lot of it going on. But police officers, I'm gonna point out to you the difference here. Now, I'm not saying gangbangers are not dangerous, but gangbangers don't shoot up elementary schools. These people that are on the internet that are saying this crazy shit, they shoot up elementary schools. Watch that.
Yes.
This is true. I mean,
I also want to point out really quickly, hold on, that a lot of these people saying this shit on the internet, they're not really gamers, okay? They're not. And also, I want to point out, I wanted to point this out in the beginning, but I just completely got caught up in the discussion. But the reason that we have not been all over this Gamergate business is because this is something we've been talking about for as long as I can
Years.
remember.
Years and
Yeah.
years and years.
Oh, Lord,
Exactly. Old news. We've already been talking about misogyny and sexism in games and how a lot of companies are pandering to a male audience and they're forgetting their female audiences and how the female protagonists are sorely lacking in a lot of the games that we have. Although I have a story later on I'm going to go over that has female protagonists in it. But so we've been talking about this for years and years and years, and I understand that this blew up because of an unfortunate situation regarding this woman who had untrue allegations put against her. But guys, seriously, this is not a new thing. This is something that women gamers, female gamers, have been trying to stop for a long time. And your reactions to this, your cussing and death threats and just slinging mud back and forth, you are not helping us at all. Because the only thing you're doing instead of producing an intelligent, articulate response is making all of these gaming companies think how bitchy women gamers are. And we might be bitchy. This is true. We might be bitchy. This is true because I'm a bitch. But I'm a bitch that can come up with an articulate response. That's
well,
the
see,
difference.
here is my. That's exactly what I was about to go into. It's not that you're griping. I am all about you not accepting what you're told. I'm all about women standing up and saying something back because, unfortunately, we still live in a male-dominated world, and they don't understand what they consider to be complacency or silence. They take it as weakness, and then they still continue doing whatever it is that they're doing. I am angry at if you don't have anything intelligent to add to the argument.
Exactly.
You can't shut them down with the massive brain that you got, then shut up. What was a saying I used to use all the time? I used to say, we could have a meeting of the minds, but you're one mind short. So you need to keep that in your head when you're talking to the other person. If you are the person that's one mind short, shut the fuck up. Don't say anything. Just yes, then you need to be quiet. But when you start resorting to calling other people cunt and this, that, and other, and don't get me wrong, I love to call somebody a cunt, but
I prefer twunt.
yes, I forgot you're hybrid. But you still have to back it up with some kind of something. You have to have some intelligence to throw in there so you can, shut them down and then shut them down.
Yes.
But some of you just go read a book. Go read a book, pick up some words.
Read a thesaurus and find out other words to use, please.
Okay. Somebody asked me the other day, "What's a thesaurus?"
Oh my God.
Okay, let me
never mind. I can't talk to you more.
If you don't know what a book is, it's those things that you open and they have like paper pages in there.
Yeah, it
and
has
if you
words
don't
on
want
it.
to use, and it has words on there. And if you don't want to use a book, they have the Thesauri online.
Thesauri.
Thesauri. The plural for thesaurus.
Stop letting them hit you in the eye.
They have these things online. They have dictionaries, and they have a thesaurus online. I actually go there sometimes when I'm role playing because I'm tired of using the same fucking words.
Yes,
Well,
you need you need to come up with 50 different words for malarkey or straw.
Yes, or for cock. Yes.
Man root. I'm sorry, that one is always going to kill me. Man root. I don't remember what book it was. I was reading that she used it, and I was like, really? Man root?
She touched his love stick. And then
yes.
His throbbing spear. Okay,
and then he impaled her with his manliness.
With his man member.
With
his swollen member.
Swollen, hard man root.
Fuck, dude, what are you putting it in that it's swollen?
No, it's not hard because you have to have another word because it's a thesaurus.
Oh, yes, I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Rigid.
Rigid. Yes.
Rigid.
Turgid. It's turgid.
Yes. See, that's what having a brain is. You have a brain if you're going to argue, and that's fun to me too. I love to argue with people, and then yes, I do throw another word in there that means the same thing, and then they're like, "What? They're too busy." They're
exactly.
Like,
what was that word? What does that
mean?
What does that mean?
What does that word mean?
That's the best thing right there. Use those big words, and people look at you like you're crazy. What?
But please, for the love of God, do not use the word if you are not sure what it means. Like, did I tell you all about my friend? My friend sent me a letter with the person that was complaining, the apartment complex, and she had used a thesaurus in Word to fill out her letter. I have no choice but to pejorative about this. Now, that is the correct word, but not exactly in the right context.
What was it? Yesterday I was watching a video for YouTube, and I was watching. was watching Maroon 5's Animal again, because, wow.
Good video.
Anyways,
Yeah.
and some chick went off about how it was, it was satanic and it was Illuminati, and I was like,
Did you?
I don't think those words mean what you think they mean. No.
You keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Exactly.
And
She's like,
Illuminati
but
are
it's
not.
Illuminati. I was like, how is this Illuminati? What the fuck do you mean by Illuminati?
And
It
I actually,
is.
Yeah.
it's fun to me to, like, on the job I have now, people call me up, and I guess they assume I'm an idiot. So they start trying to say all these big words to me, and they're using, I can't even remember what this person was talking about, but they just kept peppering their sentences with these random big words. They made no sense whatsoever, and I was so confused. And finally, I said, "Okay, let me break it down." And I said it in the simplest terms possible, and they were like, "Yeah, yeah, that's it."
The problem here is I don't know where to begin with this one. Some of our millennials and the ones coming up behind them, and I don't know who to blame, the schools, the parents. I can blame a little bit of both, and mostly the parents. Some of you need to sit down and teach your kids their history about everything. And I know that you say, well, why would I do that? But ironically, with us talking about this earlier today, Baby Natrix, excuse me, I'm sorry, Pre-Teenatrix, who I tell y'all wants to grow up and be a not developer, a movie director. I'm looking at the developer on the page. A movie director. So she watches pretty much everything. So she apparently was having a discussion with a classmate, and she mentioned Arnold Schwarzenegger, and the little girl says, "Who's Arnold Schwarzenegger?" And so Baby Nature's like, Terminator. She's naming off the movies. Terminator. Have you seen Twins? And and the little girl's like, no, I don't know who that is. Now I know some of you are like, it's not in the grand scheme of things important that a kid know who Arnold Schwarzenegger is, but this is just indicative to me of how stupid some of you are about everything. And I don't know if it's your parents or some of you just don't have a willingness to learn, because when I was growing up, I lived at the library. I wanted to know everything. I learned how to pick locks at the library. I learned how to do makeup, hair, read music, everything that you can think I ever wanted to know, I learned at the library. And when the internet came along, that's like the world's largest library to me. I
Yes,
sit
ma'am.
here and just look up crazy shit. I want to know, do certain inchworms glow in the dark? Because why not? So some of you
That's a good idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
you cannot have an intelligent conversation because you have no intelligence. The extent of your intelligence is I bought a game.
Pretty
Yeah, I have
much.
to say, sadly, my Google searches tend to be, zombie porn, pizza porn,
Yeah, but pick up something else every now and again.
boobs in the microwave.
Yeah. Okay. I tend to look up sciencey stuff. Go figure. I know. Big surprise. So I tend to be kind of a science nerd, but every now and then I'll see something like more engineering type. I'm like, that is really fucking cool. I wonder how we do that. So I'll hop on to Google, look it up right quick, and sometimes I run across sites. I'm like, ooh, close, 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 close. But eventually I'll find what I'm looking for, and it just fascinates me to just learn all of this new shit. You
Or
know?
if it's something that you've heard somebody say and you don't know what it is, let me tell you the difference in how good you all have it, you millennials and younger, is when we were younger, if somebody said something we didn't understand, we had to play it off. You don't have to. If you don't understand the meaning of the word testronic, you can go and look it up on the internet without anybody knowing that you didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then come back and sit down and be like, yes, that is clearing out bugs. Yes, I know about that. Yes. Of course I knew.
I
Of
have
course.
to show you. Oh, look at that.
All right,
Look.
I'm stopping sharing. It is now no longer my turn.
Is it my turn again? Because I got some
No, no,
news.
no,
Because
it's
we
my
kind
turn.
of.
Look, 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 look,
I
look,
don't
look,
want
look,
to
look,
look.
look,
I
look.
don't want
Look,
to look. No,
look.
no.
I love me. I love
You're
me
not
some creative
sharing. There
computers.
you are.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Oh, there you go. I see it there.
Okay. This is a wall-mounted tower. Who needs cases?
I don't
This
think
is
you
a
should have
beautiful
one.
idea. I
I
never
said
thought
that.
about
I
this.
thought about that. I thought about that. I says I want to mount my stuff on the wall. It's an awesome idea.
That is
If
a
you
It
spend
is
the
an
money.
really
awesome
good
idea. I
idea.
mean, because then you don't need the fans. You don't have to worry about, air, whatnot, because it's all there. I mean, it's open air. It's gonna be a lot cooler because it's not cooped up in a small space. I love this.
The
Oh
only problem
my
you do have to worry about
god.
is kitty faces who like to jump and.
That's true. If you have cats, it's probably not a good idea because they will get all up on that shit.
This is just so fucking
but
sexy
but I
right
love the
there.
idea. It is. I love the idea. looked at mine, and I was like, I wonder if I could just
Hey,
take it
dude,
out
you're
of the
kind of
case.
hot too. What's up, yo?
Yeah. Mm. Is
You
it
got some
handy?
Shave the
bad
head though. Shave it all off.
And he's good with his hands too. Mm-hmm.
Look at all those
Mm.
LEDs. I love me some LEDs. Love me some
I do.
LEDs.
See, I'm glad she can't see my office. I have one on the floor that flashes against the wall. That's also why
Oh, and
Kit
look,
Matrix
that's
loves
the
it in here.
screen on the wall right. Oh my god, I gotta blow that. That is his. That's the tower computer on
Screen.
the wall, and then there is
Well,
his
I don't like the
screen.
tower next to the screen. That's kind of distracting. I would maybe put it below the screen, which would not be
Yeah.
quite as
Oh,
He
distracting,
might
but
have it that high for a reason. Maybe he's got little ones in the house or
put it above the
some kind
screen
of
something, but I
animals.
don't like it on the side. That's cutting off at least a few inches of vision there on the side. I need to
That's
see this whole
true.
big ass screen.
That's true.
But it is not
that
too
is
bright.
amazing. And look at that cord work. Look at that cord work.
That's good cord work right there.
That
Some
is.
sexy
I
cord work.
like that cord work.
That's a good cord work right there. Baby, I like your cord work.
That is a good cord work right there.
Right?
Oh my god, but that is so awesome. Alright, sorry, I totally had to share this. Does it have a name of who this is? Let me see, so I can do like a whole little shout out. Scroll it up, so many pictures. Jerry Riggs. Zach's Jerry Rig. So, Zach, you're amazing. That's awesome. Totally sexy. I love it.
And if you have,
Yeah.
or if you're around us and you are single, or even if you're not single, let us know.
Yeah, 'cause we got some. Oh my god. Look at his NASA station. Oh, I want to do things to it.
Do it.
Dirty Ginger.
Dirty things.
Oh my god. I may do that next time around because that's hot.
Ginger,
That
you are
is so
making this
easy
seriously
to
sound like
clean the
porn.
dust out of.
I'm gonna have to
You
put
are
our
making
hands
this
above the
sound like
desk.
porn.
Really?
Just let
Put
you
your
know.
hands above the flipping desk.
Seriously.
No.
Yes, put your hands above the desk, girl. Okay, I got to jump in here
Okay, alright, I'll
because
stop.
this is gonna actually amuse you, Ginger, for some odd reason. I just know it
Okay.
is. All right, so I got some bad news for you people that love you some Angry Birds. I'm real sorry to have to share this with you.
It was
Screen X,
amazing.
right? I
I
will
saw.
share.
You hate Angry
I saw.
Birds.
I did a whole little happy dance. I was like, told you, yeah.
She is. That's not right, Ginger. It's not right.
She don't care.
At least it's not right at Christmas.
Oh, it's no. Oh, we don't want that to happen to these good people. All right, so people at Angry Birds are losing their jobs, possibly. Angry Rovio
Oh.
Rovio CEO Mikhail had announced on the company blog today that Rovio is looking at possibly cutting some bitches from their staff. As many as 130 jobs could be cut in Finland, which would be around 16% of their total workforce. According to GI.biz, he said that they've been building their team on assumptions of faster growth than have materialized. As a result, they announced that they plan to
Oh, imagine
simplify
that. Faster
their
growth
organization.
thing. Yeah.
They plan to center their organization around 3 key businesses with high growth potential: games, media, and consumer products. It said it's never easy to consider changes like this, but it's better to do them sooner rather than later before Christmas. Thank you, at least, for listening to us. The news comes despite the fact that Rovio has more launches
Corey,
and
did you
news
forget
than
to
ever.
click on your screen?
Wait, what happened? Did I forget to
Yes.
share my screen?
Yes.
Is my screen not being shared?
Oh, it's being shared, but you forgot to actually click on it and make it the main one.
I'm sorry, I've been a little drinking.
Mm-hmm.
No, I haven't been drinking. Y'all know I can't drink. Okay, so anyway, so they're
No,
looking
you would know if she started drinking because she gets mean.
angry. I'm an angry bird.
Angry Corey.
No, you did
There
not.
you go. Mm-hmm.
If I was that's what they call them. In Italy, we get called birds, so I'd be an angry bird. Rovio has also been undergoing some changes at the top. About a month ago, it revealed that Head will be making the move to take the position of that's his
Head.
name, Head. That's what I want to call him, Head. He revealed they'd be moving to take the
He's
position
gonna
on the
go
board
ahead.
of directors,
Head.
and Pekka Rantalia is going to be promoted to take his place as CEO come January 1st, so he gets himself a new job while other people get fired. They're talking about that they have some more merchandising, toys, dolls, cartoons, and upcoming animated film. I think, Rovio, you put all your eggs in one basket, which is what we preach against heavily here.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also why Facebook is constantly changing up. People are pissed off at Facebook, but Facebook is a smart bunch of people. We need to change it up because you end up losing your shirt that way if you don't do something else. And that's all that they pretty much have. They just kept making Angry Birds games. And the games are fun, but I can only...
It's the same
game.
thing.
Yeah.
over and over.
Over and
You can only
over.
launch Angry Birds at pigs or is it pigs at birds?
Birds at pigs.
Birds at pigs. All right, I've never played the game, so I have no idea. But you can only
I
do
think
that so many times. You know
I
what I
think it's
mean?
excellent for a physics class or to teach kids, angles, directions with which you can hit things. It's really great for that. It's great. When Preaching Atrix was younger and she played Angry Birds, it really was good, for her hand-eye coordination to be able to judge, which angle can I put this at? Is it going to hit and go here?
Mhm.
What's going to happen? Great for that stuff. She'd make school projects and they would turn out so much better after we played a few Angry Birds, but it's boring after a while. It just is. You all needed to do something else, and I don't know. I don't know what else they do. That's the
They
sad
don't
part.
do anything, do
I
they?
should. Well, they have a website. If you're watching here, so they have some more games, but they don't really push those as hard as they do Angry Birds. I don't see any other merchandise.
Yeah, they
Um,
kind of stacked their entire bet, all of their eggs in one basket, the Angry Bird basket,
yeah,
and
if
smart.
yeah,
Some
if you
of
can
us are
see
getting
the
tired of
Croods
Angry
is
Bird.
they did the Croods. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
I love the Croods.
That was actually I didn't see it, but it looked cute.
But they
I feel
well
like I've
they
seen
did the
like
game.
three, one, two, three, three so far that have nothing to do with Angry Birds.
Yeah, and that's not nearly enough.
No.
This crude game I didn't even know existed, and it actually looks like it's interesting. Hunt and gather with Greg. Y'all know I love some hunting and
See, I
gathering.
might play that, but fuck you, I ain't touching your Angry Birds.
Yeah.
You have always been every time we mention Angry Birds, she gets angry. She's
I
like,
fucking hate
fucking
that
Angry
game.
Birds.
I hate that game. Such a
And now in Tiny Thief I did play, but it's very confusing. I could not figure out how to play it, which is probably why it's not doing so fabulous. And I played it a few times because the graphics are beautiful. If you're looking at my screen, look at this. Is gorgeous, and they did not do anything with it. They didn't. Yeah, I need y'all to see how cute that is. It almost reminds me of Fable in a way. The way the graphics look, but
Mm-hmm.
very cute. I wanted to play it. I cannot figure out what the hell to do. And I don't know if it was. It probably means it's very easy to play. Y'all know how I am. Simple concepts escape me. Uh, it's just I don't understand. I don't understand. The easier it is, the harder it is for me to do. But I think look at how cute that is.
That is very cute.
And this is this is a mobile game, and it does look like this. No joke. This is not them, fooling you. It really is that pretty. Even on older phones, it was that pretty. Because I was able to play it on my Droid before. So, but I could not figure out what the hell to do to get to any of this cool stuff. I was still stuck on a boat or something. I'm on a boat. So,
I'm on a boat.
yeah, I'm gonna
I'm on a
need,
boat. Oh.
yeah, I'm gonna need them to publicize some more of their games, or they're gonna keep losing jobs. You cannot make one game.
No, no, you can't, and especially because they went publicly traded. And at the time, I told you, if they did not do something, this was going to go bad. And it lasted longer than I thought it was going to. It really did, and good for them for that. But now it's time to fix your shit because
Look,
this ain't working.
notice the apply now page is empty.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I hate for the people to lose their jobs. But if anybody out there, if you're working for a smaller indie company and that's the only game they got and they're doing well, you need to tell them, look, y'all, we need to come up with something else.
Yep.
You cannot do this.
Hey, you can't be firing me at Christmas, bitches. So
Mm-mm.
fix your shit.
It is nice that it's at a couple of months before Christmas, but it still sucks because at this time of year it's really, really hard
to find another
job.
job.
Yes.
It is extremely hard to find another job.
Mhm.
Another. What?
What?
Oh, that's Candy Crush. Now, how the hell
Oh.
Candy Crush is? Well, you know what? I can't say Candy Crush is doing the same thing over and over. It is a puzzle game, so they do what they do. I'm gonna need them to stop making every game that they make like Candy Crush because eventually, yes, they're going to piss people off.
Yes, and they need to stop suing everybody else who has anything remotely named Candy because you know what, motherfuckers? Candy.
Is
Candy
not
is the
specific.
same freaking thing.
It's true,
Say that
and I
again.
don't play it no more. I had my addiction, and now I'm done.
Y'all, that's what we told her before the show. She'll be back in the wintertime. She probably
Well,
gonna try now real hard not to do it,
She's gonna get bored and she's gonna start playing it again.
No, that's not what happens. You don't get bored. You're up at night, and that's right about the time everybody else is playing 1, 2 in the morning. I don't know what it is about Candy Crush that 2 in the morning
Everybody's
gets
in
people.
bed again.
And then an alert pops up and says somebody has sent you lives, and you go, who is that? Wonder what she's doing up. And then you accidentally click on it, and as soon as that board opens, they got you.
Corey sent me an invite. I said, hell no.
Then they got your ass. As soon as you open it, they got you.
Exactly. I didn't even open that bitch. I was like, hell no. We're not playing this. No.
You know you wanted to. You know you wanted to.
I did not even open that bitch. I was like, nope. We ain't doing all this.
You'll see how cute this game is, and I can't figure out. This is the part I'm stuck on right here. And I don't know what to do. Anybody that's played this, tell me how to get past this part.
No idea about that game at all.
Tiny thing. I mean, it is the cutest, most adorable game. I looked at it and says, "Oh, I want to play this because it's so bright and cheerful and happy looking." I want to play it, but I don't know what to do. You need to stop focusing on them damn birds and give me some hints or something. I need to be able to click and get a hint because me and my thief are having issues. We're trying to steal some fruit up here, and I don't know how to get it.
Be a fruit stealing thief or something.
I tried to use the pelican. He flew away. See, he's not flying away on the website, but in the game, he's flying away. He's running from me. I don't know what to do. I need some help.
He's mad at you.
He apparently is. Do we want to start? Do we want to start Steam sales? Should I get these people these?
Yes,
angry people?
please
Yeah,
do.
you go ahead because then I got some.
Instead of angry birds, we're gonna have angry gamers. So.
Okay, well, Ginger, go ahead and do yours, and then I'm gonna jump on these.
All right, Frisco, Texas, because Texas is where it's at for gamers right now. Frisco, Texas is now the new permanent home of the Video Game History Museum.
Okay, you got some pictures of that?
Cool.
You got some pictures of that there business?
There's a stock picture, but no, I don't have like a picture of the actual. Yeah, that would be amazing. But the Dallas News is reporting that the nonprofit and was founded in 2009 by John Hardy. Blah 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 blah. The Community Development Corporation of Frisco voted to give $1 million for building renovations and startup costs.
Did you do the pinky?
I did the pinky. I did the pinky. Of course I did the pinky.
I had to make sure.
The first version will be called the National Video Game Museum 1.0 and will serve as a starting point that will hopefully lead to a much larger, more permanent home in Frisco. Amazing! I think it's so cool. Under the terms of the deal, the Video Game History Museum is going to lease space inside Frisco Discovery Center for $1 per year. $1
That's awesome.
Yes, well, $800,000 of that money from the city would go towards renovating the space and expanding the center's parking lot.
Nice.
Two $100,000 grants, one from the Community Development Corporation and one from Frisco Convention and Visitors Bureau, would also go towards museum startups. That's hot. That's amazing. Frisco, I've been to your city recently. You got a lot of work going on. You've got a lot of work, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful city.
They're trying to step up.
It's one of the more expensive cities inside the U.S. right now, Frisco, Texas. So
yes,
there's that. But
I wish more cities.
Way to go, Frisco!
I wish more cities would spend money on their infrastructure. For Pete's sake, come on now.
It's beautiful. I mean, it was gorgeous. It was a lot of work. I was a little bit irritated having to drive through all that, but it was very beautiful. I mean, all the streetlights matched.
Before I tell you about
new faces.
Before I tell you all about the new games that are out, I would like to threaten my coworker for messaging me while I was in the car to let me know that Shadows of Mordor had come out and I somehow had missed it, and then decided to rub it in my face that it's on a PlayStation 4 and I don't have one, and then telling me how awesome it was, and then when I got to the GameStop, they didn't have it.
Oh no.
So I wonder who all has a PlayStation 4.
Well, they didn't have. He told me that it's not out.
Don't make me come through this microphone at you.
I sent her a message, and those of you who don't have an iPhone, unfortunately, don't have this cool feature where you can send voice messages, little snippets of voice messages to people. So I sent her one going, and yeah, that was funny. But I just want to tell her how badly she hurt me, so she got to hear it a second time. But it is on Steam, so I am contemplating getting it for the weekend. If it's raining, then I will probably buy it because it is awesome.
It's been raining off and on all day here, so hopefully you'll get it tomorrow.
I know, but it's not coming down here. They said if it does, it's supposed to hit here in about 2 hours if it hits here at all. So I hope so. I hope it comes and it stays. Okay, so if you're watching my screen here, you see how lovely Shadows of Mordor is.
I so want
Um,
it. Oh
I
God, I
want
want
it
it.
to. It is on Steam now. If you do not have a PlayStation 4 and you're like, I cannot wait for the Xbox 360 and the Xbox version to come out, it is available on Steam. It's $49.99. You know, with tax, whatever
Oh,
your tax is in your state, city, province, whatever it is
if
you
anyone
call
wants
it.
to buy me that, I will love you forever.
I hear it is. I
Ah,
also
Nala,
hear
suck
that
it,
it's a
suck it.
little difficult. Yeah.
I don't care. It can be difficult all
Sorry.
it wants.
I did it. She
Wait,
said
wait,
no.
what did
No.
you say? What did
Never
you say? I
mind.
missed
Do
it.
not make her. No. You're going to listen to the show for later. No. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. She cannot repeat that. No, ma'am.
I want to know what it was though. What'd you say?
Type it to her.
Type it
Uh,
to me in Skype.
type it to her. But I hear it is not an easy game. So if you are one of those little people that whines, it's too hard.
No, no,
Bad.
honey,
Oh,
that is $49.99.
bad.
Okay.
So those of you who are whiny and you like your games easy, like you just want to play Angry Birds, or all you play is, mobile games, that don't really have a point
Facebook
to them.
games.
Facebook
I'm
games.
judging.
Or let me be specific, certain types of Facebook games, because Goddess, as I told y'all, which I love, is not like any other phone game you'll play. And there's a couple of others on there's what's that MMO that we're gonna make Snow play that's out on iPhone, Flowers or whatever the hell it is. I hear that one's gonna be awesome, and I can't run
Wait,
it
am
on
I
my.
going to be reviewing this game?
No, you just gonna play it. But you're just gonna play it and tell us about it. That's what
Just
you're gonna
gonna
do.
play it. It's all
You're just gonna
good.
play it. But yeah, so if you're one of those people, you probably do not want to pick this up. But I cannot wait. It also comes with an app. If you just saw there, if I can't, well, I can't catch it fast enough to make it rewind. It comes with a little cool app. I'm sorry, you missed out on it. But it comes with an app that you can download, and I guess it allows you to craft or whatever. I'm not really sure. I'm just upset that I got the call Tuesday. Yeah, I got a call Tuesday. So Shadows of Mordor. No, not a call. She texted me. So Shadows of Mordor is not that bad. I was like, what? Is that out?
What happened?
And look, this is what I got the response. I thought you knew. You knew about all the games. I was like, yeah,
Bitch.
you'd be glad you live where you live, so I'm gonna cut you.
Her
And I was
sword is
like,
long enough it might reach.
then I says, well, what you playing on? PlayStation 4. We're PlayStation 4 people. I was like, see, I'm gonna cut you.
Mm.
I'm gonna cut you. And she knows who I'm talking to. You're sitting there giggling, but it ain't funny. It ain't funny. Okay.
It is kind of funny to us, just so you know.
Look, I'm a speed up. See, I got off on a tangent. Okay, so those of you who are looking for your Steam sales, I don't know how to say this, but Steam has redone their store so that it is more catered to you, which means it has that whole Google algorithm. So all this stuff on this page is stuff that I would like. So you need to log into your account. So there's things that you would like. See, I like simulators, so that's what I got. Simulators, and then you got Gary's my Dragon Age, which I love.
Here's mod.
$7.49.
Wait, is Dragon Age out yet? Wait.
No, this is Dragon Age Origins, honey. This is the sale. Remember, Steam sales. It's about to be Friday. Crusader Kings is $9. Actually, Paradox is having a sale this weekend.
We love us some Paradox games, man. We haven't really
Yes.
talked about Paradox in forever. They
They have been quiet.
Mm-hmm.
They've been very, very quiet.
All right.
You know,
Steam sales.
after
We
that
got 3
one
minutes
little
left.
flop,
Come on,
which
come on.
I forgive them for.
Yeah, well, I wish they put that one back out and just
We got
revamp it.
3 minutes left.
Yes.
We got to get those Steam sales done, or else we'll
All
get
right,
angry
yeah.
emails.
Okay, well, so Paradox is having their sale. They made Magica, they made this Crusader Kings, and they have a couple other really great games over at Paradox. If you have not played them, games like this is not Paradox, but it's 79 cents. What you gonna do? 79 cents.
Right.
Pick it up. Pick it up. You got your $7.99. Metal Slugs, Cora, which I hear is an excellent game, is $7.99 if you've not played it. For those of you who like your games a little scary, Silence of Sleep.
No.
My fellow simulator people, oh, look at all the deliciousness here. Builders and managers, FPS, MMO, MOBA. Yeah, this is awesome right here. You got Yogs, Minecraft-ish. Yeah.
No.
Now these are curators, but they have the listings of games for simulators. Okay, so then just go and load up your new Steam page. It's awesome. Everything that you like is on your front page now. They also have a new Steam music channel. You can listen to the music from the games while you play other games.
That is nice.
They just launched that this week. I saw it and was like, oh, I can't wait to the show so I can talk about it. And we have got to get the hell out of here.
Peace out. All right, let me piece this out. All right, so ladies and germs, yes, you are all germs. Not really. but I really want your
No,
germs.
no, really, 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 y'all are.
22 seconds.
Sorry. All right. So you can tune in on Tuesday for Pixinista, your favorite pixel fashionista. You can fade us like if you do because that's what we're all saying. I'm a bitches.
Can I, bitch?
Awesome.
And we're out of here, people.
Peace.
22 seconds. 10 seconds. 9.
Do 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 do. Sunshine, she's
Vagina
here.
penis.
You can take cock. Okay.
Let me go ahead and take this down. Okay, and the music is down. Would you like to say one last thing since we're yelling out things?
Go ahead.
What did she say?
What?
Hot.
Sorry, YouTubers. We're gone. Okay, what the fuck is up with this? Done yet? No, we're done.
Okay.
Girl, wait a minute. Let me get her out of here, even though she's off.
All right. I'm gonna drop out of the Google Hangout so I can turn up Skype again.
Because I'm jolly. Dance along if your belly's like a room without a roof. Because I'm jolly if your name is Ain't Nick and you got some toys with